Not 100% sure. Maybe the Nongshim DNS series.
Victor is going to come out here, though, for Vic Law. And
it's his champ.
Yeah. So it's going to be fine into Mel if that's what eventuates for Faker. But otherwise, a fairly safe blind pick, I think, with the bans they protected it with. You know, the Akali and the Ahri are gone, so those are the biggest ones to worry about. As we will see the reveal now. Sion comes through first. And what is Faker plan? What is Peyz plan?
Where is your attack damage?
It is a bot lane, Mel, and looking like we are going all AP all the time. I feel like there's a world where you could have tried to play like Tristana mid, you know, or something like that, and damage profile would have been good. A lot of consistent damage works well with the Sion, but they opted away from that. And Faker's going to play his favorite. You know, we thought Oner was going to play his favorite, but we went all the way around.
Yeah. Thinking about the Gwen, and it will be locked in.
So we're all magic damage all the time, except Caitlyn in this draft.
Yeah.
Lots of AP sources. I do feel that...
Comp as we do move on to the Rift for game number 2. Alrighty, game number 2. This game number 1 was a lot of fun. What is this one going to look like? I mean, there were a lot of times where BNK FEARX actually looked like, you know, even though they had made some slight mistakes in the macro and in some of their decisions, they were still in a winning position. But yeah. T1 still made it theirs.
I think BNK FEARX were in that game kind of... like their composition was a little bit easier to play with the game state, and so T1 were forced to make some really weird and aggressive decisions. The fact that Doran was as far behind as he was meant that he couldn't clean up kills very easily, and so Peyz, when he couldn't cut through the health bars, it was like, you know, it was a little bit rickety, let's say, for T1, even though I feel like they did have the better overall decision-making. And...
Wolf, what do you think about Breadstick Aurelia? Because I've seen this thing pop up like 8 times today, so I'm like, we need to address it.
to be honest, when you said it, the first thing that came to my mind was it's available now.
It's working.
That's what I think about it.
It's working. Buy the skin.
Although, I don't know. Like there's a certain threshold of skin silliness for me that, like for example, I think Atlas. When the skin silliness threshold is reached, like higher and higher, like he really likes that.
Yeah.
For me, it gets a little bit too weird. Like Aurelia's a like flying sword wielding, you know, terrifying top laner that, you know, if she gets 2 kills against you in the first 15 minutes of the game, you're like, oh, I'm just having a miserable time. But when she has breadsticks, I'm either like, I just feel like that doesn't make sense, and also like, I'm kind of like more mad that the breadsticks will. Like when she's killing me with swords, I'm like, that's kind of badass. With the breadsticks, I'm like, this is a little weird for me, and it makes me kind of even more upset that I'm losing to it. But I think that's not everyone thinks like me. So it's I don't dislike the skin, but it's not. I probably pick a different Aurelia skin.
We do have an aggressive trade in bot, and you can see that they're really trying to make Keria's life, specifically Keria's life, as the melee engage support, pretty difficult down on the bottom side of the map. And Raptor has pressure on the bottom side of the map as well, although Oner is also here. So it looks like they want to fight a 3v3 as they're going straight in onto Kellen. That single target access, they will get it as First Blood goes over to Peyz, and now we got Faker moving down. Oner going pretty deep to take out Taeyun, but he will also bite the dust. As Taeyun's taking a lot of damage, gets rooted up by Peyz, and that'll be another kill going over to Peyz, who has 2 now. The rebut doesn't do a whole lot, and it looks like Peyz eventually will fall to Raptor, as it's a lot of trades of kills, but Raptor, the jungler of BNK FEARX, lives.
And the early game power of this composition, I think, is still there, like with this Pantheon pick. I thought Keria 100% goes on Taeyun. Like, I was like, I think he's going to go on Taeyun. But the reason why he doesn't is because the follow-up can't reach Taeyun. Like, Oner's not in position, so they want to get the support here first. Taeyun's able to get over the wall here. And even though Taeyun, like, he's not the one who, like, pops off in this team fight and does end up dying here to Peyz ultimately, Peyz has to commit so far to kill him that he dies. And also, he did enough damage on the Caitlyn to where the cleanup was very possible. Like, Vikla comes down, gets the Q on Keria as...
They found Taeyun again. I mean, and after that fight in the river, not a lot of sums left available. Keria just waiting for the passive to come back up as Peyz is stepping on every trap that exists in the entire universe, as there is another shield that does go the way of Keria, but he will fall. And now Kellen's like, well, I'm a Karma up against Peyz, so maybe I can trade this one back. As Peyz will respect it for now, but eventually some cooldowns come back. Peyz trying to kite it out, trying to use the range of the Mel, but the Karma W does come through with the Mantra. And there's the big root as well. Peyz in a rough spot, and eventually just getting autoed down. I think Kellen wins this as, ooh, the Q is going to sail to the left, and Kellen just autos him to death.
I actually think the correct play for Peyz was probably to just die to the turret and reset as fast as possible, because Kellen has now just wasted an incredible amount of his time. And now there's a Caitlyn in the lane against the Nautilus, and Peyz doesn't have teleport, so...
Dorn in a bit of trouble here. I mean, flash available on Clear. He definitely could have looked to trade flashes, but just going to use the pressure.
He has a big wave here, and Dorn has already teleported, so... Just going to grab this plate. I guess he was also probably concerned about the fact that Doran's ult was an ambiguous amount of XP away. He probably knew like how close Doran was there and was like, ooh, if I flash in, then Doran just ults me and point blank I'm dead.
Another hook here on Attain. This time he is alone. And this is what the Nautilus offers you. You land the hook, you can get some kills.
I guess that's true. All right. Well, that's 3 deaths for Taeyun. Made a large impact in the first team fight. Has 4 assists, but... It's not really in a good spot in this game. Is significantly behind in gold, as Peyz is getting the kills, not the assists. So a little bit of a different story there. Kellen having 2 kills on a Karma doesn't really feel as good at all, even slightly.
A lot of shenanigans around the mid lane. And it's really just leading up to T1 looking to take this dragon down. I think when the Caitlyn doesn't really exist, and Peyz is around, not really much you can do as BNK FEARX.
I think it's not like that she doesn't exist. It's just that they don't have any way to get her in there, and it's a Victor. You know, Faker has his ultimate, so if Vikla wants to make a play, he's just going to get shoved out.
Oh boy.
그냥 이거?
Do I win this? I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit confused.
Meanwhile, there was an ult in mid. Faker was able to get Vikla under the turret. And now the junglers show up, as that is going to be the rebut on the Karma Q. Kellen taking a bunch of damage, but Taeyun is able to peel a decent amount for that. Another trap is going to come down after the root. Keria, he got his one moment.
Yeah,
Nautilus, you get the hook, you got to back away.
Oh, and that's the thing with Mel. Like, the trading pattern is, like, I used my buttons, I can't do anything now, I'm a mage. And that's kind of what I was saying about this matchup, is like, if you don't burst somebody, you'll get your cooldowns back in a really, really long scrap, but during the interim, like, the enemy AD carry is just going to auto-attack, and it's not constrained by mana or cooldowns. And so you got to be careful about that. Kellen, in that replay, was question mark pinging. So maybe he actually asked, does he win this? I wanted to go back to that for just a second, but...
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit disappointed we didn't concede the end of that replay, but it makes sense because, you know, Azir doing Azir things.
Yeah. And right now the game is, it's just like game 1, where it's basically dead even slight lead for BNK. And this game could be opened up in a matter of ways on some of these upcoming fights, like the Herald fight or this Dragon fight we might have. As Keria's going in.
Yeah, Vikla, he is very close to getting his flashback, but looks like Oner and Faker were just a little bit too far away. Like, if they were just a slight bit closer, I think he just dies, especially because it's Vi. And he didn't quite have his flash up. He has it now. As we got another trade up in the top lane. Doran just experiencing Gwen things, but he's not that far behind. Faker in a bit of a rough spot, but he's able to dash underneath the turret as Raptor gets pretty low, but he does live.
Raptor did not stutter with that play. He was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I kill you. He did not panic. He just went in.
It does sound like something Pantheon would say.
Yeah. Probably a little bit louder than what I said.
Yeah.
And he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine. He's got a jungle pet. Look at that little pet working on it.
He's trying his best. I remember when the jungle pets first came in and it was such a cool, refreshing idea.
Yeah. I honestly,
now we're just so used to it, but yeah.
It's crazy. Like I first thought it was like really controversial. Like people are not gonna like this pet thing, but it just opened up so much the jungle for so much in low level play, like how many different junglers you can play, how viable it is. But anyway, that was a good play there from Raptor. Faker with a really cool attempted outplay. Extremely well timed, kind of eerily with his ultimate there, but still Raptor does succeed. 3 kills on this early game Pantheon. And with the kill picked up earlier from Vikla as well, he still has a lead. It's really just the Mel that's keeping the gold lead as close as it is here for T1.
Got some more trading here. The root comes in, and now Taeyeon's in a bit of trouble. Has to flash away, but is it a bait as Raptor comes down? Keria not level 6 himself. He's just going to walk this one off.
Keria, I don't think, is going to be in danger because they know Raptor doesn't have his ult back up. And they're just going to catch this next wave and to play this defensively. Holding the wave here as well, actually. Didn't realize that was one more ranged minion there. So actually just going to keep this very safe, very annoying for BNK. Yeah, I don't know. Oner. Keria has 6. They're going in again.
Oh, the flash hook is good, and Taeyeon no flash for him anymore. And even with Oner coming on down, he's just able to close the distance so easily. Kellen is going to flash to survive. But still a nice catch here by T1.
Yeah, that was a just snap call from Keria. Gets his ultimate, and he's like, let's go on this. And when you do have the ultimate to hold him in place that long, as well as then the guaranteed root from the Mel, and you have enough damage at this point to actually get that burst kill, it makes sense, right? Like, as Keria, you're low health, but it doesn't matter because you're going to get this damage done so quickly. With the follow-up there from the Vi as well, it's just extremely simple. And that was just a really nice decision that T1 made there with the setup that they had. And now the gold lead is like about 50% bigger. It went from 700 gold to 1,100 gold here for Peyz.
Yeah, and Rocket Belt this early on with another lost chapter. Well, with a lost chapter. You're really going to be liking your spot. As Clear is going in, but Doran not scared to take these trades a little bit more aggressively now. Get some more grasp stacks. And now we got a little bit of a play on the bottom side as Raptor is going to go in. Still has that Aegis available. So he just hops in, throws it up, clears out the vision. Just doing Pantheon things.
I guess that what's going to happen when we get to the late game for T1 is they're going to constantly be trying to decide which target they need to kill, as we're going to see a bit of a fight.
I mean, they're going in on a Kellen once again, trying to burst him down, as there is the boom boom from the Mel. As now Raptor, he gets that shield up once again, but they're able to just kite it out. And Taeyeon, he just doesn't do enough damage at this point in time. It's not even really his fault. A lot of low health members here, as another hook does come in, and it's a triple for Peyz. He has 8 kills already.
Yeah, he's just been set up so well by T1 in this game, and they just have been camping the bottom lane. And that's where you play through your strong CC and your CC chain. And the Vi Nautilus is the threat that has been this root Taeyeon's day. He's 0-5. And I suppose this game may just very quickly be off the rails here for BNK so hard that I don't know if they could stabilize. You know, this might, it's talking about insurmountable leads at 1.8k is, you know, it might be a bit premature, but talking about a 2,000 gold lead for a Mel into a Caitlyn that hasn't even, we haven't reached the game where she's really like in the hole, but as you can see in this team fight, as you mentioned, in these scrappy fights, she definitely is. As they just play this so well. Like, they flash away here as well, just to make sure Oner gets away. And then he's here for the follow-up CC to make sure Taeyun can actually drop another Peacemaker. Just so clean. And obviously in these scrappy fights, as BD showed earlier this season, the kill threshold is so easy for the Mel. Like, you know, you just pop them like balloons, and that's why she secures a lot of the kills. She's got great kills secure, so you're not just picking up assists in a scrap like this because, you know, Oner accidentally hit the enemy at the wrong time and then you didn't get the money. You get all the money. You have a Ludens at 14 minutes as a second item, and you're like, I'm ready to play mid lane. Who's joining? Taeyun, you ready to find out if you can get prio on Caitlyn? Caitlin's pretty good prio, but you might be 2 levels down in just a second, and I'm pretty fed.
Yeah. It does feel like when a long-range control mage like this gets this far ahead and has enough protection, and it's not, you know, solo queue, you can really get a lot of work done. I mean, on the side of BNK FEARX as well, when you consider their ways of entering a fight, you got a Pantheon. You know, Raptor's really good at that. He can ult in, he can access the target, you know, land the stun. The follow-up, I mean, it's not really there. You don't have a Nautilus on your team. You don't have a Vi. T1 have all the engage. They have all these different options. They can use the Azir. They can even use the Scion. And on the side of BNK FEARX, it's a Pantheon or like a really good Gwen flank. So when you're behind especially, I feel like it's going to be very difficult to punish this Mel. Unless, you know, he's standing on a bush and, well, no, he's got Keria here, and he will be okay.
He has been rebutting Kellen a lot.
Yeah.
As well. Kellen is really annoyed about the situation, you can imagine. And he was trying to set a trap because he's so far ahead that if he roots somebody and presses Q, and then his Q comes up and he presses a second time on them, and the presses R, they die. Anyone, basically, at this point, will die to that. So he's like a LeBlanc at this point, you know, or something. Like he's an assassin mage. Is really what I'm saying. Like he's a control
burst mage.
He's a long-range burst assassin mage.
It's kind of sounding like old Ornn.
Yeah. Well, with
Assassin,
Rocket Belt, he's kind of
warlock,
tanky.
Tank.
Yeah, he's kind of tanky as well. So watch out. Not only does he has the mobility from the belt too, so he can like chase you and get away. And again.
Kellen, it's time to stop mantra queuing the Mel.
He's like, I got his cooldown. Somebody CC him.
It's a long cooldown. It is, but...
Raptor's just like, maybe I can get these. Nope.
But they are his Raptors.
Yeah.
His name is Raptor.
Yeah,
so.
well.
Oh no.
Headshot him, Peyz.
Dan is just really not enjoying this.
Well, I mean, the game is at a spot where, like I was joking earlier, he's just like, I'm ready to party in the mid lane, and he's clearing these waves so quickly with his Ludens and the AP that he has. If we just watch him do it, and then he's just like, you're trying to get your wave, I'm gonna hit you. You're under your turret, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna harass you. I'm going to annoy you. And now he's like, I'm roaming. And they're looking for more.
Wow, they're going all in on the Vikla, actually. Oner a little bit alone for now, but Faker will take that opportunity to miss both of them. Does put up a wall for Raptor to get stuck behind, I guess, as eventually he will go down. And they don't really have the follow-up just yet. Vikla trying to do some more, and even with some low health bars, again, from behind, there's really not a way for you to get back in there.
Yeah, Vikla trying to push on the Faker here, but fairly low on mana, and just isn't big enough himself in this game with the Rocket Belt he went for to do enough damage there. Doesn't have enough AP. So we go back and reset, as it looks like they've decided, Taeyun, I'm sorry, man, but you're no longer our carry. You're gonna be in the side lane, and I'm taking the money in mid. As you mentioned, Faker kind of with a whiff here. Vikla just sidesteps it. Doesn't hit Raptor, but there's just 4 T1 members here anyways. Raptor, very dead. And at this point, BNK want to chase, want to get something back, but they're still outnumbered. Every time we jump out of a replay, Kellen's like,
please stop.
Peyz is like,
I can't watch it anymore.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. I think this game is just, it's so difficult for BNK, and they are going to trade TPs here to try to hold this dragon. It'll be their first of the game.
I mean, at least if they set up on an objective, they don't need engage, as Storin is going to find the backline as the knockup from the Rift Herald should be taking down Taeun, and they do eventually get him. Oner pretty low, but there's the sweep on a 2 as he's inside the mist, as Faker will fall, but I think Peyz, the main carry here, doesn't really care. Flashes in, lands the root, and Doran finishes it off. That's 3 more kills for Peyz, by the way, as Oner. Congratulations. 3,500 assists for him, as T1 are running away with this game.
He has been assisting in this game quite a lot. 11 assists. And it's 11 out of 13 KP. So you can see in this fight how, what I was trying to talk about earlier before the game basically just ended, like minutes ago, about how if you kill one of these threats, like there are 3 real damage threats in this fight, it gets a little messy. Like it gets a little tricky here for T1 to play out because Vicla's doing so much damage, his ult is rolling, and the Gwen is quite terrifying, but they're just so far ahead that it just doesn't matter. And they're so up in experience, right? Peyz is so massive that they just get their cooldowns back and then they just do it again to the next target. And Peyz he almost has 3 items with an Oblivion Orb. The Oblivion Orb is like his flex. He's like, yeah, he might as well just build like a Imperial Mandate and just hold it and be like, I've got this flex as well. I don't need this item, but, you know. They're going to try to kill him.
All right, this is the way. You got to use the Pantheon, but unfortunately, Oner was here. And there goes Kellen, just pops like a balloon. And the follow-up here on a Raptor could be there. He's pretty tanky, actually, with 2 items himself. Oner takes much more damage.
Good shield from Keria with the Locket to help keep him alive. Faker wants to do a Blast Cone shenanigan.
He's spotted. He's like, all right, I'm going to send it. And he does go in. He might die. No, he actually gets over the wall, and then he dies.
But he got him!
He got the kill. I think they're just trying to get Peyz like record-breaking numbers of kills. Like, that's my read on this game. But look at this flank now from Vikla. He's got an angle. Keria trying to sacrifice Peyz. The rocket belt gets him away. And the, of course, mega disengage cone to help out just a bit.
He's tanky. He's got mobility. He can auto blast cones. He's crazy. 13 kills. Sorry, I thought he had 13 for some reason. 11 kills. Soon to be 13.
Lichbane.
Lichbane, again with the Oblivion Orb he's wearing as a necklace. Pretty obscene, as if they got his bounty, by the way, the gold lead for T1 would have shrunk massively. It already kind of did, as the fight was not great for them. And Vikla is really ahead in this game over Faker. You know, he had some good moments, but has otherwise been focused and isn't making the impact he would like. One more to Kellen's face, by the way. As yeah, they get the kill here. They're looking for Raptor, but then things get a little bit awkward as Taeun, it's that headshot. Locket has to come out, and Faker's just like, I think I have the angle. They did not have the angle.
Peyz is he's up to 12.
Yeah, like I said, soon
and Taeun is up to 7.
Soon to be 13. We don't know who will be unlucky number 13, but it's coming.
Yeah, it feels inevitable.
Remember when I said earlier, you're like hugging your turret, and he's just like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hit you anyways.
He has the range. We got a TP coming in. Doran just looking to play bouncer on the T1 Baron. It's not at 20 minutes, but at 22 minutes, T1 say, well, we killed one of their main sources of damage, even if it is just a 0-7 Caitlyn. It's enough with the lead that they have, and so they take down a very early Baron in this game.
With 7 deaths and 4,000 gold to deficit, Taeun is like 2 levels down, like 2 real levels down, like 2 full XP bars.
Aha. I got him, let's back.
Yeah, well, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was. I thought he just like hit a Q or 2 and then just pressed R slowly over time, but no, this was set up by Oner.
He told Oner, I can follow, and then they killed him. That was the story. Thank you, G-Sun.
Yeah.
And that is what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't just Taeun getting blasted. It was Oner doing the hard CC. But he's 2 full levels down, so that doesn't help. As Peyz the same experience as Faker in this game. And this is a flanking Victor.
Yeah, the Victor, I'm not sure about this. They're just going to oh, God. There's a train behind you, sir. And he is dead. Faker's like, I'm not going to be outdone. Let me trade my flash with 8 flashes of the other enemy team. Oner's like, I didn't get my chance to go in. Oh, that hook was disgusting. As Keria with the fadeaway depth charge on top of it all, and they just click their buttons in the general direction of the enemy players. It looks like they should get the job done. Peyz not going to get another kill there as Faker takes 2, and T1 continue to push.
There were too many errors in the bottom lane for BNK in this early game. And Taeyun just fell way too far behind, and the whole game is just unplayable as a result. Even though for a large portion of this game, Vikla had a gold lead and was doing a lot, it doesn't matter anymore. You have 3 threats that are just falling like paper to this Mel. As Doran's using camera hotkeys in a really creative way there, but yeah, I don't know about Victor flanking TPs. Actually, I do.
Yeah,
they're not good. Amazing reaction time there from Raptor and Kellen, by the way, but it does mean 2 flashes are on cooldown for the price of 1.
That hook is what?
It's crazy. That hitbox is like J-shaped or something.
He's got a cane. I mean, it is like an anchor, right?
I guess that's why.
Kind of makes sense.
I think that's why it's like that. Is Keria?
Yeah. Well, Keria not in a great spot here, as the damage from the Gwen should eventually get the kill. And now Peyz, maybe he gets taken out as Raptor on the chase, and the ult comes out, and look at the damage! It's just disgusting from miles away. And now we got Doran coming in from the south once again. Double kill comes through for Peyz. Does he pick up another penta? There's no way. Do not give it to him, says BNK FEARX. Run away as fast as we can. But that is going to be the knock-up, and it's a quadra. And we've all seen this story before. Can they get another one? Peyz is like, I just want to push mid, guys. Like, I think he gets away.
Peyz is like, look, I hate Penta Peyz, a dumb nickname. I'm out of here.
I have enough pentas. It's okay, guys. Let's give the kill over to Keria, who actually does get the kill.
Sad Yuumi. No pentakill for Peyz, but it all starts off with Vikla getting caught here by a blast cone engaging Nautilus. But then he kind of whiffs his dredge line, but it doesn't matter. And then we end up in this fight where BNK are priced in.
We're doing it again.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
No, it's just Faker. Okay. We're not doing it.
We're not doing it again. So Peyz just gets the fadeaway ult here, procs his loons one more time, and then at this point in the fight, once Doran shows up, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna get rolled and bowled over. Bolted
yeah.
to the door, and then they slammed it into the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's
pretty brutal.
That's pretty nice tame compared to what's happening here.
True. He has 17 kills.
Yeah. 30,000 damage, yeah.
This is obscene.
If you give a Mel a cookie.
She's going to want a glass of milk. That's what I know is the next part.
Yeah. Dads know. Oh, God. Well, I mean, there was a cool flash from Taeyun in the fight. But yeah, he didn't live. He died a 9th time.
I do wonder what the...
Don't do it to him!
What is the most kills by an individual player?
So Peyz has the record, right? For
I think
most
it is.
kills
like
in an
22?
individual. I think it's like 27. It was like so
in
high.
LCK?
No, this was at
LPL.
MSI
Oh,
Worlds. I don't remember what it was. I think Peyz has the record for most kills ever in
Makes
a single
sense.
pro League of Legends game. And I think that was on Gen G at the time, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know the exact number. Maybe a spacer will pull that one up and give it to us.
Or Yundo.
Yeah, Yundo.
He's been on point. Yeah, that's Sion. You know, Doran, he's having the best Sion game where he does absolutely nothing for 20 minutes, and then all he does is train into the enemy line or away from the threats.
Yeah.
Like,
Side laning Gwen, scary! Just kidding. Rock does beat Scissors, as it turns out. Doran is the Rock right now, so... This game is a tragedy. Like, I feel like I've gotten so many of these games this year where it's like, I'm supposed to do the commentary, however...
Yeah, it's supposed to be the fun, interesting back and forth.
Yeah, I would like to explain what
BNK
need to do here. Except it doesn't. There is no like the computer said the probability is 0.
Yeah.
The AI decided that like their best choice is to walk away from their keyboards. Is there?
All right. Well, the Rock is really gonna. Yeah, he's actually unkillable.
He has a big shield too now.
Yeah, with the TP, he's feeling pretty good. I mean, Tame's just not quite there yet.
Jack shows and Chemtech Soul.
All right, Clear's trying to kill the Mel, and he's alone. He will die. Raptor is going to get the angle, though, as he goes very deep. All they're trying to do is kill Peyz. That's literally all they care about. They just want to kill Peyz. They're not going to be successful about it. BNK FEARX are like, I don't care if we lose the fight. Go for the Mel, and it makes sense because she's super fed. It's not going to work out, and from 12,000 gold ahead, I think T1 has got this one in the bag, Wolf.
Yes, and the Rise Group team is in the bag. And I do think that there were a lot of interesting possibilities of how this game could have gone had the early game not been so disastrous for Taeyoon. And not just Taeyoon, it wasn't all his fault, but Keria just slapped him down. And then he got executed at the end of the game. But he slapped him down.
Yeah.
Some good Nautilus play.
Oh, Doran. You didn't have to do it to them. 30 kills for T1. 18 of those are in the pockets of that man there.